I'm going to read that one.
Yeah, okay. So this comment says, from Cleopatra Figure 8. If you are not aware, he is a well-known sexist, incites misogyny with his inflammatory narratives about black women. He is in full support of well-known misogynists like Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, Tony Sotomayor. I never heard that person.
Tony Sotomayor.
Okay, those types of dudes. His podcast aligns with the likes of Fresh and Fit. I don't know what that means, who they are, who openly degrade women. So-called traditionalists, the manosphere, who want women as their enslaved sex objects, and baby-making machines who can cook, clean, be subservient, and be quiet are the type of males that support his content. Oh, and the pick-me's, of course. They love an alpha male that can dominate them and slap them around. That's from Cleopatra Figure 8.
Now, do you see how exaggerated that comment has to be? So I would want a woman to slap around, be subservient to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want what else did you say? I want to do what?
Degrade women,
degrade them,
enslave sex objects,
enslave, you know.
Yeah, baby making machines who can cook, clean, and be subservient, quiet, and you want to be alpha male to dominate and slap them around.
And this is the thing about, again, the internet comment section. When you live your life in the internet comment section, you are able to exaggerate things. So all of a sudden, I want a slave that I want to slap around, right? And I want to make subservient to me and have a baby making machine and probably strap her to the kitchen. And I'm just like, oh, come on. Do you really, do you think people like say this stuff? Do you think they really think it?
Do I think that they really think?
Do you think they really think that that's what I'm like? Just because I have a difference of opinion.
Yeah, I mean, but we all know it's wrong to have a difference of opinion with somebody.
Yeah, so because you've got a different opinion to somebody, then automatically
they're wrong.
You have to go to the extreme.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
This is the world we live in, and if you don't know that already, you need to.
I need to pattern up.
Another comment. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I love this one. The top of his head is so pointy and shiny. But here he's talking about weight issues. Let's see his mum, please reveal her. God damn.
This is what I'm saying, bro. This is the exaggeration. Now you wanna talk about my mum. You want to see what my mum looks like. My mum's not a fat black woman, by the way. She really isn't. She's not. She's got her natural hair. Like, that's my mum, right? But the fact that, oh, let's reveal his mum. It's all feelings based. As soon as you say anything against a black woman on the internet, they are the most emotionally led people that you have in the comment section. And they go to the extremes. And so I guess that's what we have.
Next comment. You can tell he like white women.
I like all types of women. I do.
I don't know why. Why is it cool to talk down on black men who like white women?
Good question. Why is it cool to talk down on black women? Someone at the door. Why is it cool to talk down on black men that like white women? Crazy. The reason why it's okay to talk down on black men who like white women, which is not me, by the way. I think white women are attractive, but I don't have them as my partner. I've never had them as my ex-girlfriend. It's just not been my life. But the reason why it's cool to talk down on them is because black women are allowed to say anything. They're allowed to say absolutely anything that they want. And black men generally aren't on the internet saying, oh, look at this black woman, she's with a white man. If a black woman's with a white dude or a Chinese dude or an Arab dude, it's like, okay, cool, that's what she chose. And even I've actually noticed this thing called what they call swirling, isn't it? It was like kind of coined by black women where they said, oh yeah, we had enough of black men. We want to go with white guys. Okay, cool, no problem, fine. But you know what's so interesting to me is that one of the unspoken things that I find is that black women need to understand that they're the least desired type of woman in the West by statistics. When you look at dating app data, the people when black women are on dating app data, they're the least desired. Okay. Now, I desire black women. I think black women are amazing, contrary to popular belief. But generally, in a general society, black women are the least desired. Okay. So how can you be the least desired? And then and that's probably why actually black women don't like the fact that black men are going with people outside of their race, because now what we have is the passport bros. We have the passport bros who are a bunch of men, generally black, who are going outside of the West to find a woman. And I would say good on them, because a lot of black women in the West, from what I can see, say things like this: oh, I've got a pointy head and blah, blah, blah. And they're so quick to try and use sign language, as Kevin Samuels made so famous, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. They use that so readily that a lot of black men in the West have just said, you know what, actually, I'm not going to deal with you. I've always said, if black men want to go and get a black woman, go to Africa.
So when he sound said he's right. You lot need to stop condoning all this BS, man. I want better for my black women. You lot moving real scary, no decorum, man.
Well, at least somebody agrees with me. Do you know what I'm saying? At least someone agrees. And the thing is, I think when you watch that show, a lot of people actually agree with me. It's just that they've just been scared to say the things that are on a lot of people's minds. It's like their thing is, oh, you shouldn't have come for them or their body or whatever. It's like, that's part of the actual appeal of it, isn't it? It's the fact that they look like this and they're doing all this crazy behavior.
That's true, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you say that not to? It's like if a bunch of big-bellied uncles from Nigeria, right, were having a show and they call themselves the most attractive men, you'll be like, what, that big belly guy? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it's just like, come on, you got to think about it.
Yeah. Another comment here. We got not many more. The same women crying about him mentioning women's weights are the same women who say a man needs to be a certain height, have decent car, in shape. So in shape and a certain tax bracket. He ain't wrong.
It's true. Women will give their preferences. They will say, I want a man who's a certain height. I want a man who makes a certain amount of money. I want a man who looks a certain way. I want a man who's in shape, etc., etc. But as soon as a man has a preference that he doesn't want somebody looking like a Michelin man, all of a sudden, it's a bad thing.
I just think the issue is that it's not what you want, it's what you say. So you can openly go out there and only pursue women who look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But the moment you say it, now we have a problem.
Why?
Because people don't like the uncomfortable truths.
They don't like the uncomfortable. So they can see the truth, just don't say the truth.
That's the world we live in.
Crazy.
Yeah. This is just my opinions. And by the way, don't listen to me. I'm a 1.5 out of 10.
You're 1.5 out of 10.
Yeah, like, what do I know?
Even with the attitude adjustment.
That's what brings it down to a 1.5. Another comment. This ninja blocked me because he couldn't argue with me. LOL.
Well,
who is this person? T_Maya. You know her?
Listen, I always say that if I block somebody, it's probably because I think you're talking nonsense. I debate for a living. I've debated for a living for a number of years. I don't mind debating. So to block you is probably not because I didn't want to debate you, probably because I thought you were talking nonsense. And I'm allowed